I don't know why, but the Republicans and the otherwise conservative people on the right on the internet have been mad at the car company Jaguar for changing their logo or something. I haven't seen anything about this, and I don't give a shit. They're all talking about it, so I must. This is Amala Ekpanobi. She is a right-wing content creator. Totally organically happened.
All right, guys, it looks like we might have another case of go woke, go broke with quite possibly one of the worst marketing rebrands we've seen
It's funny. I think her editors are in their 40s.
in quite some time out of the car company Jaguar. Their new ad shows that they're going
Jaguar.
full force with diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the internet
No!
is having a field day. Could this be a Bud Light 2.0? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, you better.
A Bud Light 2.0. God damn, it's buzzwords as fuck. Oh, what a cynical, astroturfed piece of content. Goodness gracious. This is the opposite of grassroots. This is root grass.
Yeah, you better.
All right, guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Yeah,
Shut up. Before we get into the video, like and subscribe.
I'm not really
Back in my day, we used to earn a like. We used to earn a subscription, and the people had to hear what we had to say first. Now, you kids, you just let your feed be populated and corrupted by anyone. You don't even think about it before you subscribe. Also, subscribing means nothing now on YouTube. It used to mean a thing. I feel like it means that you'll be pushed these people a little bit more often rather than seeing every single thing that comes up unless you go to your like you have to fucking like search for it. It used to be easier. They used to just be doing it, you know? YouTube was better, but it was also worse. There's some better features now, but also, it's not a great place.
really much of a car person, but today we're going to be talking about the car company Jaguar. At the very least,
Because your handlers told you to? Smart.
I know that if you're making an ad for a car, it should probably feature the car itself in question.
Does it have to? Who cares?
And that is not the case with this new Jaguar ad. Instead, it features peak levels of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're gonna get straight into it so you can see it. Now, this is going to
Yeah, so I think what's happening here,
be a complete
before I even watch anything, I think what's happening here is a predictable outcome in the modern ecosystem of online discourse and free marketing for Jaguar. Because I don't care. I didn't care. And the only reason I checked this out is because right-wing freaks were talking about it. So I'm suspecting that there are very happy Jaguar advertising people today. I think they're pretty happy about this. They're like, oh, yeah. And then they're going to put out their car, and it's going to look cool. And people are going to be like, okay. And then some people will buy their fucking super luxury car. It is what it is.
complete overhaul of the Jaguar brand, it seems. They've changed the logo, they've changed what is featured on the car itself, although you don't get to see it in this ad, because what we witness is just a bunch of diverse models walking around in rainbow colors. I shit you not. Let's watch.
Damn. Not diversity on my screen. Okay.
Create exuberance. Whoa.
Dude, what is the commentary? I'm sort of sitting here waiting for her take, because that's my job, right? I think this looks cool.
Wow,
this is interesting, at
break
least.
molds.
It's like definitely like corpo babble. It looks corpo. I don't care. I'm not gonna buy a Jaguar at any point in my life. Dude, I can't believe this elite car company is making content for, like, Saudi oil princes.
All right, I don't know what in the androgyny I just watched when it comes to that commercial, but
Was that written on the card? Did someone make you say what in the androgyny? Or did you freestyle that? That's the talent we have. I don't know what in the androgyny. You know what the real talent is? Being able to live with yourself and be a right-wing content creator when you have situations like this. That's the talent, is being able to be like, yeah, it's fine.
I can say these words all the time and not give a shit.
But clearly there's some messaging underlying this new rebrand. They're talking about breaking from molds, deleting the ordinary, and copying nothing, which clearly speaks to this new diversity landscape that we have as far
that you actively benefit from. Like, you're literally here as a DEI thing. This is a DEI situation. You're a right-wing young woman of color, and they're like, yep, we have to have you so that we can have particular demographic. Like, you're literally a demographic grab. Maybe she's aware of this, but probably not. You're this. You're the same. I see no difference between Jaguar doing some kind of like, if you want to be as cynical as possible and say this is a virtue signal, and really what it is like elitism flagging. It's like you know when you saw the graph of like all the people who voted for Kamala, and the more money you had and high education you had, it was more likely. There's like a small like percentage of these like super elite like libs that this car is for, and that's like they nailed it. Are you kidding me? Suburban crystal mom Jaguar enjoyer fucking nailed it. Like upper class suburbs though. That has Balenciaga but colorful vibe. For real. It's what is it, the fucking Johnny Depp fragrance? It's the same thing. Anyway, you're this for the Republicans though, or whatever. Like, clearly. It's not that different.
As far as our identities, you see a lot of androgynous models, men who think they're women who think they're men, different gender roles or characteristics taken on by the opposite gender.
In fashion? It's fashion. Ever heard of it? Shut up. They're so whiny. Ugh. Is this really the fucking politics? This is politics. I'm fucking too smart for humanity, and so are all of you. Like, how do we give a shit? There's like 45% of us who are just like, can we move past this? I don't care. Do your stuff. Do cool stuff. If it's interesting, I'll look at it. If it's not, I won't. I don't know why we gotta cry. Gotta cry and bitch all the time. They're just constantly complaining. It's so negative. Do they make content about stuff they like? Do they ever have fun D&D moments? You know? They ever do anything?
And clearly they're
No, it's all cynical. It's all cynicism all the time, because that is what gets clicks.
trying to usher forward this new reality at Jaguar as a company. And of course, you have the display of vivid rainbow colors. We all know the rainbow has been co-opted by this political ideology. So it's very clear what Jaguar is going for here. Now,
I'd prefer if you adopted the English Jaguar inflection, please.
first and foremost, before we get into the agenda here,
Are you doing...
where's the car? Not a single element of this commercial is signaling at all to the audience that this is about a car. And it's so interesting because I find this with a
But everyone knows that the Jaguar does cars. And so this is them announcing that they're doing a rebrand.
lot of woke commercials. It's almost like the creatives who are
woke?
responsible for creating these
It's capitalistic as fuck. I don't think it's woke. I think it's like appropriative of wokeness at best. There's no wokeness involved. It's the aesthetic of wokeness at barely. Diversity? The world is diverse. They're a global car company. Can't believe humans look different. Like, fucking wow.
advertisements get together in a room, they decide the political agenda that they want to push forward in this commercial, and they forget the product that they're actually trying to sell to the audience. So
What was the political agenda?
they run full force with all these fantastic ideas of what if we had a trans model here and a gay one there and a bi-
You don't know if any of them were trans or gay. You're like transvestigating them right now. Do you realize that your life is descending into like madness doing this? Do you realize that you're just like, I wonder if they're trans? Was that Nancy Mace doing that fucking shit recently? Like, oh, I want to see your genitals so bad. If you're going in the bathroom, make sure you got a pussy. If you don't got a pussy, you can't come into my bathroom. Show me. And it's like, do you realize that you're becoming the sexual assault people? Like, you're the people doing the assault now.
bisexual woman here with a buzz cut, and then they forget we actually should put the car in the commercial. We're in fact working on behalf of a company that is not necessarily supposed to be subservient to our ideology.
Yeah, wow. Trying to really outthink the room here. So anyway, I think it was an ad meant to get people to talk about Jaguar and its rebrand, and it fucking worked. Here you go. You lose. You lose this battle of ideas. The ad worked. It created buzz. Okay.
And this is a trend that we're seeing in Hollywood, entertainment, art in general, essentially, where people are coming forward knowing that they have a political message that they want to push to their audience, and whatever project
You're doing that right now. You are guilty of this.
that they're putting that
Are you going to run an ad in this video?
political message into is
Okay, if you run an ad in this fucking video, it better not be for some fucking freedom coffee or whatever, okay? You motherfucker.
coming secondary to their messaging. We're seeing this in the movies we're watching, in the kids shows that are being put out for our children, in video games, and of course in
Gay teen romance? Finally.
corporate ad campaigns. And as crazy as it is, in a world where we're constantly being beaten over the head with advertisements, I find myself saying, please just give me a normal ad. But instead we get this from Jaguar, a message to delete the ordinary. And they're deleting the ordinary so much so that if you took the Jaguar logo off this ad, a logo that now looks like a 5-year-old who is practicing uppercase and lowercase letters.
I don't care. Did you care about this? America, can we come together and maybe even the world, can we just like get a grip? I don't give a shit about this. I don't care if it looks good or bad. I don't know. It's symmetrical. There's a symmetry to it.
You would not know what this advertisement is for. And given that this is such a monumental shift from what Jaguar used to be as a company, I guess we should meet their new head of brand strategy. And maybe that will explain why we're dealing with this commercial.
And at Jaguar, we're passionate about our people.
Jaguar!
We're committed to fostering a diverse, inclusive, and unified culture that is representative not only of the people who use our products, but in a society in which we all live. A culture where our employees can bring their authentic selves to work. And we're on a transformative journey of our own, driven by a belief in diversity, inclusion, creativity, policy, and most importantly, action.
Okay.
We've established over 15 DEI groups such as Pride, who are here tonight in the
DEI groups. Don't say that. She's going to freak out.
back.
So this is like liberal corpo speak. Are you upset about this? You should be mad at corporations. You should be mad at corporations. We're not even halfway. We'll see. We'll see. I can tell you, if she doesn't give me more than look at this wokeness, and she doesn't have like an opinion here, and she just keeps saying the stuff that's happening, it's gonna get, we're probably gonna pull the plug. But we'll see. We're gonna give her an opportunity to have some takes.
Thank you guys for coming. Women in engineering and neurodiversity matters. We've launched major policy revisions such as transitioning at work to
Your son's dead. Killed by the woke mind virus.
The woke mind virus.
equity and support for our communities, embracing individuality as our superpower.
Wow.
Wow. So I'm fine with them announcing that they're like a trans-friendly company or whatever. Like, I think most of this is just like corpo elitist speak. You know what I mean? I guess like all in all, in the end, it's a corporation. And unless I'm mistaken, I don't think they're a fucking co-op. You know what I mean? It smells like Drag Race. Corpo Garbo. It really is.
Okay, that explains everything. And if his words didn't explain everything, the see-through mesh shirt covered by a sequin blazer would have told me all I needed to know.
Well, I've seen straight guys in that, like actors and stuff. All sorts of them. I bet I could find a hunk in a sequined fucking vest. I know it's happened. Who gives a shit? You're too worried about people's aesthetics. It's cringe.
And I have to state the obvious. It's a car. Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Dude, this is a Wendy's restaurant.
Why do we need multiple?
This is cringe as fuck. Holy fuck. Told you they were 40.
DEI departments. Why are we talking about people's gender identity or their sexual orientation or their race? These things don't matter, but we continuously see these corporate structures move in the direction of DEI. It
Don't you hate corporations?
makes no sense. And I have to remind you guys, when Boeing started focusing on diversity, equity, and inclusion, we had that moment in January of 2024 where the door plug fell off the damn plane.
That was not because of DEI. That was because of, yet again, corporations trying to weasel out of their responsibility towards safety to try to save a buck. Don't blame that. Blame that on the real thing. Why can't we just all fight against corporations together? Oh, wait. Who are you paid by?
What's going to happen to these Jaguar cars? And it's interesting that while they're doing this focus on authenticity and being yourself and showing your true colors and being different while also being inclusive, the design from Jaguar is losing all of its character and all of its uniqueness. Funny. They've changed their iconic logo to look like this.
Their iconic logo? I didn't fucking... I'm going to be 100% honest. I did not know that was the logo on the left of Jaguar before. And I won't know after. I'll have forgotten. Yeah, I only was familiar with the text, if I'm honest. But I also just, recognize the name.
And honestly, I'm bored. And we already talked about the word Jaguar that now looks like it was written by a child. But whatever. And while they're saying they're copying nothing, someone put a side-by-side of all these different brands that have revolutionized their logo. And here's how Jaguar stacks up.
So, do you see they just went from, messy and sort of, bloop bloop kerning to very rigid fonts? Yeah, it's about readability. I actually like the old Pinterest one. Spotify is better now. Let's go down them. Revolut, never heard of it. Probably a corporation that hurts us. I like the color of the new Facebook, but the F of the old Facebook. New Google is better, old Microsoft, old Airbnb, new Spotify, old Pinterest, new eBay. And do I like the old Jaguar? See, this is the one I'm familiar with. Not the fucking whatever that other shit was. This. But did you know that Jaguar, it's the same? I mean, this is definitely dated. I'm just more familiar with it. I don't really care.
It's giving lifeless, it's giving boring, it's giving unimaginative. And you know what? I'm not out here shilling for corporate branding or trying to defend what we once had, but I gotta say, we did have that lady on the Land O'Lakes thing. We had Aunt Jemima. You
see what I'm saying? You're doing it. Is this written on a cue card for you to say?
Had Uncle Ben. We had the Washington Redskins. And
look at you. You just had to run down them. You're performing for white people. Does this make you sick? Oh my God. I can't take it anymore. I can't stand. It makes me feel like party to racism when you have the token right wing minority girl fucking telling me how bad I have it because they got rid of my mascots. Ugh, it's so condescending to me, a white guy, to be talked to like that, and I guess it's because some of these fucking racist assholes come from a please speak up to me, I am your white superior vibes, but it just drives me fucking crazy. I don't care. Anyway, I'm never going to be able to buy a Jaguar unless you subscribe immediately. Then it could happen.